Hello everyone and a very good morning to all of you and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, the most comprehensive preparation app for all exams. As we all know, from Monday to Thursday 11 a.m. in the morning we come up with the Hindu analysis. Today is 8th March and we are here with the Hindu analysis of 8th March. आज 8 मार्च है और आज हम लोग the Hindu analysis 8 मार्च की लेकर हाजिर हैं. Today is Wednesday and today is Holi, so happy Holi to everyone. Tomorrow there will not be, if you see it carefully, here it is written, tomorrow there will not be any edition of the Hindu newspaper. So most likely we will not be coming up with the Hindu session of tomorrow because there is no newspaper tomorrow. Okay, so just have an idea about that. Now let's start with the other important articles. So the first page says US is trying to encircle China, says China's foreign minister. This is an important article. The next is on Women's Day Eve, Nagaland first woman minister assumes office. So these two are actually important news. We'll be discussing it. So let's discuss this first. US is trying to encircle China, says foreign minister. Okay. Now, I hope you are aware the foreign minister of China is Mr. Qin Gang. And recently he had visited India as well and participated in G20 foreign ministers meeting. I hope you are aware. We had discussed this a lot of time. Now, so he says he's quoting this word Asia Pacific version of NATO. What do you mean by this? Can anyone write in the live chat? What is the meaning of Asia Pacific version of NATO? I have taught in the class कि Asian NATO. So China has called which organization or which grouping as Asian NATO? कोई बता सकता है? So basically this is they have referred to it actually Quad. So Quad has been referred by China as Asian NATO or Asia Pacific version of NATO. Okay, so China's foreign minister Qin Gang on Tuesday accused the US of attempting to encircle China through its Indo-Pacific strategy, taking aim at what he called exclusive blocs led by USA. So the Indo-Pacific strategy claims to safeguard regional security, but in fact provokes a confrontation and seeks to create an Asia-Pacific NATO. So he's saying कि Indo-Pacific strategy, which is led by USA, they claim that they are providing regional security, but they are actually provoking मतलब तो भड़काना, provoking confrontation. That is what the word used by Chinese foreign minister. Provoking मतलब incite करना, भड़काना. Confrontation means conflict. So according to the Chinese foreign minister, actually this attempt of Indo-Pacific strategy is actually to increase the conflict. This is what he has said. Okay, so that is what he says. Now since we are talking about it, देखो so that is why you must be knowing it. देखो दो चीज के बारे में he has talked about Quad and AUKUS. So first let's see what is Quad. I hope you are aware how many members are there in Quad. So Quad has 4 members. So the first is Japan, India, Australia and USA, right? So if you make this becomes actually a quadrilateral also, है ना? If you have read mathematics, है ना? So this is called as quadrilateral, this shape, है ना? So they have termed it as quadrilateral security dialogue. Okay, also known as Quad. And this is actually in the region of Indo-Pacific. Yes, happy Holi to everyone. Yes, Vishal Kumar, yes. Okay, so this is actually in context of Indo-Pacific region. I have told you what is Indo-Pacific. This is Indian Ocean and this is Pacific Ocean. So this entire region will be considered as this. This entire region will be considered as Indo-Pacific region. This red one that I have highlighted. Okay, so China is saying, here is China. You can see it here. So China is saying that this attempt of Quad is actually to increase the confrontation, to increase actually the conflict with China. And that is why China has defined a quadrilateral security dialogue as Asian NATO. आपको शायद पता होगा. I hope you are aware of that. It has called it as Asian NATO or Asia Pacific NATO. ठीक है. So NATO, I hope you are aware. NATO means what? So NATO is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which is a military alliance, US-led military alliance, है ना? So basically, indirectly, China wants to say that these 4 nations are making a military alliance to counter China. This is what indirectly they have said. I mean, diplomatically, direct statements are not generally given. Direct statement नहीं दिया था, है ना? And now they have highlighted AUKUS as well. If you see it carefully, Australia, UK, US. I hope you are aware of this. So one is Quad, another is called as AUKUS. So that includes Australia, US, and UK is not shown in the picture. I mean, it is in actually in Europe. I hope you are aware. So he's saying, I mean, the Chinese, actually they are both referring to, the Chinese foreign minister is referring to both Quad as well as AUKUS. Okay, that is why you should be knowing it. Yes, happy Holi everyone. Good morning guys. Okay, so till now everything is crystal clear. Sabko like button press karte jana. Everyone please press the like button guys. Now this is a question. When is National Women's Day celebrated? Your options are 7th March, 8th March, 9th March, 11th March. Your time starts now. So tomorrow there will not be any edition of the Hindu newspaper because today is Holi. So maybe I will not be coming up with tomorrow the session. Okay. Yes, the right answer international National Women's Day. You better to write International Women's Day. So International Women's Day, na? So International Women's Day is actually today, 8th March. So B is the right answer. You must be knowing it. This is very, very important. Yes. So on Women's Day Eve, Nagaland's first woman minister assumes office. So for the first time actually in the history of Nagaland, a female has taken oath as a minister. Her name is Salhutono Cruze. So I don't know the exact pronunciation. So if I am wrong, I'm very sorry for that. So this is her name. So please remember it. Maybe in the exam they can ask if she has been appointed as the first female minister of which state. So the answer would be Nagaland. Or maybe they can be asking what is the name of the lady who has been made actually the first woman minister in the state of Nagaland. So they can ask the name, or they can ask the state, or they can ask National Democratic Progressive Party leader. So this is the name of the state, the name of the party, National Democratic Progressive Party, NDPP. Okay, so just have an idea about that. B is the right answer. Zoya Khan and Rashmikant Ojha were right. B is the right answer. Yes, very good. And now I hope you are aware. So she will be working, of course, under the chief minister, and his name is Mr. Nephew Rio, and he is actually from Naga People's Front. So the capital of Nagaland is Kohima, and this is actually the flag of Naga People's Front, who is actually, the ruling party or the party of the chief minister of Nagaland, Mr. Nephew Rio. Okay, I think it's clear. Okay, now since we are talking about International Women's Day, there's a question. What is the United Nations theme of International Women's Day 2023? Your options are women empowerment, women in politics, digital all innovation and technology for gender equality, women's issues in digital world. Your time starts now. What is the right answer? Sabko like button press karte jana. Everyone please press the like button. We are seeing 7 likes, 12 is watching. So sabko like button press kar do. Okay, so the International Women's Day theme is actually option 3. So the answer is digital all innovation and technology for gender equality is the right answer to this question. So C is the right answer. If you see the website of World Bank, they have mentioned digital all innovation and technology for gender equality. Very, very, very important. If you see the CLAT 2021 paper, they had asked 2 passages based on days and themes. 2 passage पूछा था उन्होंने, है ना? So you must be aware of that. So the right answer is 3. Yes, C. Rashmikant Ojha, Amulya Raj, Zoya Khan, you all are right. C is the right answer to this question. Now, since we are talking about International Women's Day, let's ask another question. When do we celebrate International Day of Women Judges? Your options are 10th March, 14th March, 9th March, 11th March. Your time starts now. Sabko like button press karte jana and subscribe to the channel as well. Everyone please press the like button. नीचे subscribe का button है उसको भी दबा दो. Yes, so International Day of Women Judges is actually on 10th March. So A is the right answer to this question. So just have an idea. This was actually for the first time celebrated last year. ठीक है, पहली बार celebrate किया गया था. So this year, I mean, day after, today is 8th. So day after tomorrow, we will be celebrating International Day of Women Judges for the second time. है ना? So justice, together, equality, freedom and all. So just have an idea about it. A is the right answer. Yes, Kirti Chavan is right. Amulya Raj is right. Very good. Okay, before moving on, there's a small announcement. We are running a CLAT 2024 comprehensive course. The exam is in December. So you are left with hardly 9-10 months. So go for this course. 300 plus recorded videos, 300 plus hours of live session, 35 plus mock tests would be there. If you have query, call on this number 953889567 पर call कर सकते हैं. Yes. Yes, Amulya Raj, very good. First time we celebrated last year. Yes, Zoya Khan, Rashmikant Ojha, you all are right. Rishi Kumar Jha, Kirti, you all were right. And on 12th March at 6 p.m., we'll be having a free workshop with Abhimanyu sir. Okay, so please do join this. The link is given in the description. Okay. Okay, so these are the 4 actually articles, editorials we'll be discussing. Pehla hai apply active non-alignment for Ukraine peace. Now, how many of you know what is non-alignment? So there was a movement called as non-aligned movement. I hope you are aware of that. So actually very similar idea the author is talking about here. And they recently held Munich. Munich is actually a place in Germany. And so Security Conference, a major concern of NATO was the reluctance of global South to align itself with the G7 on the war in Ukraine. Now, again, they are using the word global South. And in the, I think last to last class, I had discussed what is global North and global South. Yes. So I have told you that if this is, there's a line which is like this. Okay. So this is the line above which we'll call it as global North, the blue one. And the red one is global South. And those who are actually part of global South, they are actually the developing nations. So let me write with green pen, developing nations. Yes. And global North are developed nations. Okay. Yes. Yes, Visura, very good. Is a developed nation. Now, so basically India and all other nations are actually the part of global South, and we have discussed it that one of the main role of India is to be the leader of global South and all. So they are saying it is difficult for the NATO countries to align itself with G7 on the war in Ukraine. Now, what do you mean by that? So let me explain it in a simple way. Dekho, non-alignment was what? So non-alignment was, this actually happened between World War II and Cold War. So this is the time period, right? World War II and Cold War. So between that period, so there were two blocks. One is led by USA, another led by USSR. Both were having actually military alliance. Now some chose not to either have being a party of NATO. So this was called as NATO, and this was Warsaw Pact. I hope you are aware of that. These were the military alliance. So they formed NAM, that neither will be towards USA nor towards USSR. So that was led, one of the main leader was India. There were other nations also. So NAM, that is what the idea is. Now here also again, when Russia-Ukraine war is happening, abhi bhi do pole ban gaya. Now we are having two poles when Russia-Ukraine war is happening. So on one side is actually Russia, and on other side is Ukraine. So Ukraine is supported by whom? West nations. West matlab mostly US and other European nations. Now still very similar idea is emerging, although not very clearly, but yes, some people are actually trying to be non-aligned. So they are not openly supporting Russia or not openly supporting here. If you have seen India also, we have not criticized openly the Russia, we have abstained. In many cases, whenever the resolution comes in United Nations, India has abstained. So the NATO countries are angry, or they are not very, they are concerned because the global South or the developing nations are not supporting the G7. So mostly the G7 nations are actually supporting Ukraine. And let's say the developing nations, so let's say these are the, developing nations are not going towards G7 or not supporting the Ukraine openly, neither criticizing Russia. So they are trying to be actually taking the middle path. आप समझ रहे हो ना? उसी तरह की something similar things is actually happening. That is what they are discussing, है ना? Very few nations very few countries in Asia, Africa, and Latin America support the political economic sanctions on Russia. Okay, so you can see it here. Very few nations are actually supporting economic sanctions. You understand? Economic sanction. What do you mean by that? Economic sanction means economic boycott. So yes, the Western nations have called for economic boycott, but many countries in Asia, Africa, and Latin America has not supported it. In fact, India is also not doing economic boycott. We are having a good relation with Russia, buying weapons and all, etc. Okay. So that is what is being there. So since we are talking about non-aligned movement, in which year it was formally established? Your options are 1951, 61, 55, 1981. Your time starts now. Officially कब बना था? कोई बता सकता है? And before being formed, there was a conference that happened also. उस conference का नाम कोई बता सकता है? What's that? Actually, it was formed in 1961, और उससे पहले एक Bandung conference हुआ था, ठीक है? So Bandung conference happened in 1955. Bandung conference. Bandung is a place you will find in Indonesia where actually this happened. And after that, in 1961, NAM was formed, ठीक है? In 1961, drawing the principle agreed to Bandung conference, which actually is a place in Indonesia, है ना? So finally, in 1961, NAM was formed. So the answer is yes, B. Surroy is right. 2 is the right answer to this question. Yes, Kirti Chavan, Rishi Kumar Jha, you all right. B is the right answer to this question. Yes, Zoya Khan, Rashmi Kant, you all right. Now, so we'll be having actually 5 famous nations, है ना? तो ये हुआ क्या था 1961 it was formed in Belgrade, Yugoslavia. Now we do not have Yugoslavia, it has got split into many nations, but just have an idea. So the important roles actually leaders were Yugoslavian President Joseph Broz Tito, Indian Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, Egyptian President Jamal Abdel Nasser, Ghanaian President Kwame Nkrumah, and Indonesian President Sukarno. So these 5 leaders were actually instrumental in establishing NAM. So since NAM is in the news, they can ask questions from NAM. So go and read something more about NAM. ये पढ़ोगे बैंडम कॉन्फ्रेंस एंड ऑल, ठीक है. सो आपको समझ में आ गया कि ना ही इधर साथ देना ना ही इधर, बीच में रहना, इस तरह आप समझ लो. So that is the crux of this article. तो अब इसको पढ़ लेना फिर. The suddenly war erupts in Europe and this means that all bets are off, etc. and all. ठीक है. Unable to come to terms with the fact that developing nations are unwilling to wage economic war against Russia, etc. and all. Germany tried to reduce Latin American countries to etc. and all. तो इसी को पता है डिफरेंट एक्चुअली इसमें बताया गया. देखो आप हमको एक दो इंपॉर्टेंट इंसिडेंट बताते हैं. Recently the Ukraine president, so he is Ukraine president, ठीक है. He appealed actually, he called the 55 African countries. So I hope you are aware. So there are, so here is Ukraine and there is 55 African nations. So Ukraine's president appealed to 55 African nations, to actually sort of, they wanted actually to convince, the Ukraine wanted to convince African countries not to have very good relation with Russia and all. A recent call by Ukraine to African leaders to meet him over a teleconference turned out to be a fiasco. Only 4 of 55 showed up. It means out of these 55, only 4 nations talked to Ukraine. The rest 51 were not willing to actually talk to Ukraine, perhaps because they had good relation with Russia. ऐसा भी तो हो सकता है कि रशिया के साथ अच्छा बिजनेस चल रहा है तो खराब नहीं करना चाह रहे हैं. Okay, so that is what it is. The foreign minister of Ukraine has gone so far to call on Latin American and Caribbean nations also. तो उन लोगों ने Ukraine's countries, Ukrainians are actually calling the Latin American nations also to support them in the war. And here is the Caribbean nations. Caribbean nations means West Indies island. Yes. Okay, yes. Okay, I think it's very much crystal clear. Okay, now let's move on further. So it is this in the context that the concept of active non-alignment came to the fore recently. ANA originated in 2019 and was developed in 2020 in response to US-China struggle and all. अब देखो एक तो नॉन अलाइनमेंट है. नाउ वी आर हैविंग अ कांसेप्ट ऑफ ANA, एक्टिव नॉन अलाइनमेंट, एंड दिस वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड इन 1961 एंड दिस इज रीसेंट 2019-20, है ना. So when US-China struggle for primacy in which Latin America was caught in the middle, it was a bit of manifesto calling for Latin America's countries not to give it pressure and all. It took a page from Honorable Nam. Yes. Now अब क्या हुआ कि recently if you see 2019 or 20, if we go back 2-3 years back, there was China and US trade war, something was happening. We were saying a trade war is happening. So China, US was accusing China and all of trade war, etc. and all. In that case, the Latin American nations, these are Latin American nations, decided neither to support USA nor to China. Means they'll be having a balance, means middle path, है ना. ना ही उसका पूरी तरह पक्ष लेंगे ना इधर को. So that is what it is called as middle path again. So that is what the idea has been taken from non-aligned movement. So that is what is being discussed. So इन लोगों ने इसको ANA decide कहा, active non-alignment. So that is what, so the decision of Latin America, है ना, here, and they are saying it कि this idea has been actually, it took a page from the honorable tradition of non-alignment. So the idea they have taken it from the same non-alignment, that neither will be supporting this party nor that party, है ना, that middle path. So this को they have defined it as ANA. ठीक है, is it clear? Is it clear, guys? Yes or no? Okay, so let's move on further. So it says, and that is what ANA is all about, and it turns out more than a future-oriented proposal and all, है ना. तो इसी की बात कर रहे हैं. Okay, just have an idea about that. Okay. Neither have they deterred when it was come to rejecting entreaties to ban the Chinese telecom Huawei from their 5G telecom, so much so that NA has been significant as a region. So they are not boycotting the Chinese products and all Huawei, they are not boycotting it. Because I have told you, because they are actually balancing it, or they are choosing the middle path and all. Again, Global South, I have told you, Global South means the developing nations. अभी मैंने बताया भी था, है ना. To the war, moreover, the reaction Global South to the war in Ukraine show that ANA is not limited to Latin America. ANA rose in the context of US-China spat, and the conflict with Russia has its own feature and all. The West was a rest. Okay, so that is what is being talked about here. देखो यहाँ भी लिखा 17 African nations abstained in UN General Assembly to vote to condemn the Russia invasion of Ukraine. ठीक है, 17 countries abstained in 17 African nations, है ना. abstained. They did not vote against Russia. In fact, many times India has also abstained from actually voting against Russia in UN General Assembly and all. Is it clear, guys? Anna? Now let's talk about, again they're talking about BRICS group to be the new South. Okay, I have told you that this is how the this is the global South. Red wala, blue wala is global North. So if we see Brazil, here is Brazil, here is Russia, here is India, here is China, here is South Africa. So if you see all the BRICS group, BRICS nation except Russia are in global South, hai na? So BRICS, BRICS. So only Russia you will find it. This is in actually North. Rest BICS. They all are part of global South, hai na? Global South. Hai na? So they are actually using this word New South. Okay, is it clear? That has emerged in the new middle century has the potential to play a critical role in furthering some part of a meditated solution to the Ukraine conflict and all. Brazil under the leadership of President Lula da Silva has indicated its interest and all. ठीक है, तो ये बता रहे हैं कि Brazilian president ने इसमें has indicated the interest and all. China is also coming up with its own piece and all. ठीक है, so just have an idea about that. Now, this was an article. I hope you are aware of that. Migrant workers must feel safe and as an integral part of the community. ठीक है. Now, what do you mean by this? So there were news actually which were actually fake news that spread ki Indian migrants were actually attacked in Tamil Nadu. So Bihar police arrested man for fake videos of workers attacked in Tamil Nadu. These things were coming in the news. One arrested from Jammu in Bihar for spreading fake video on migrants and all. So that is what is being discussed here. Then of course, the chief minister of Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin, had to take the action and all. Contacted the chief minister of Bihar to ensure. They came up with a different advertisement clarification that there is nothing wrong in it. Tamil Nadu police filed cases of spreading rumor, which included the editor of Dainik Bhaskar. So Dainik Bhaskar is a very famous newspaper. I hope you are aware. So they filed actually case against Dainik Bhaskar also and Op India CEO and editor for spreading fake news. So these were the cases were registered and all. So that is what you should be knowing it. See, the people from actually Bihar go to many places, Maharashtra, Delhi, many places. So they go to Tamil Nadu also to do job. And many of them actually were returning back perhaps because of Holi as well. Okay, so there should not be a fake news should not be spread that they are coming back because they are being attacked, something like that. That was not a correct news. Okay, so just have an idea about that. Okay, is it clear? The role that migrant workers play in different fields of economic activity in Tamil Nadu, etc. is well known. Yes. So the migrant workers play a very important role. So the people actually who come from different states to Tamil Nadu, they play a very important role in actually the state of Tamil Nadu's actually development. So the migrant community oversees 85% of the work in big projects and 70% medium scale project. You can see so much actually migrant communities contribution is in the state of Tamil Nadu according to this CREDAI Tamil Nadu report. Okay, so that is what is being discussed here. अब लोग सेकंड हाफ पे चलते हैं. Chatbot gafes that exposes the chinks in the AI armor. तो इसमें इतना नहीं जानना है. Just have an idea. We have something called as ChatGPT. Have I discussed it or not? ठीक है. Okay. So ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence instrument, है ना? Developed by OpenAI. Yes. So if you ask any question, they will answer it and all. I hope you are aware of ChatGPT and all. So that is what is being discussed here. Okay, AI-powered search engines could be inaccurate and biased. So he's saying yes, there are a lot of positive side of ChatGPT and artificial intelligence, but there are negative aspect also. Downside means negative aspect is also there. And it can be inaccurate and biased. Yes, many times artificial intelligence actually give the wrong answer also. Okay, na? They may even lie blatantly. This is particularly concerning because society as a whole appears to be almost ready to coexist with AI. Yes, we cannot be fully dependent on AI is not possible. Still, like for example, emotions, the concept of emotional intelligence, this is with human. Maybe the machine cannot understand someone's emotion. That can be understood by a human only, right? So we are having intelligence, artificial intelligence, we have developed it. So yes, that is what he's telling the other side also. So actually OpenAI's chief technology officer Meera Maruti said that the bot may make up facts as it writes sentences and all. Okay. Yes, very good, Bisura. You know these things. So just have an idea. These are the important key people in OpenAI. ठीक है, हो सकता है पूछ ले. Chairman is Greg Brockman, Sam Altman is CEO, Meera Maruti is CTO, and Ilya Sutskever is Chief Scientist. Just have an idea about that. They are headquartered in San Francisco, California. ये क्वेश्चन आया था CLAT में. I hope you are aware. 2023 में, है ना? He is widely considered to be the father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. Alan Turing. I hope you are aware, right? So this question actually was asked in the exam, and that is why you must be knowing it, right? He is generally considered as the father of artificial intelligence. So they gave a passage where actually you were supposed to answer, fill in the blanks, and that fill in the blanks, the answer was Alan Turing. So they're asking questions from artificial intelligence, machine learning, new technology and all. So you must be aware of that, है ना? Yes. Then challenging dogma and all. Yes, the threat from stray dog must be framed as a public health issue. Yes. This was an article. I hope you are aware. A lot of cases of dog bites are being witnessed, है ना? So sometimes we are having 1.5 crore stray dogs population according to 2019 livestock census and all. And now dog bites has actually become a serious issue. Now those who support dog, they say they talk about animal rights and all, and they should be allowed in the society and all. But I mean they should be allowed to actually ठीक है ना. So the second one is those who oppose कि there are incidents of actually dog biting in the society. If you live in the society in urban areas, so there have been cases of dog bite, and that is why people have protested that there should not be, dogs should not be allowed and all, because these are the reasons and all. तो यही था उसी पे. So they are giving the example of some incidents like in Telangana, Rajasthan, CCTV camera has been put up and all. तो यही सब पे था, उसमें कुछ ज्यादा डिटेल नहीं जाना. Now let's talk about the importance of women-led digital solutions. Now she is actually quoting the same question that I have asked it, है ना? International Women's Day 2023 theme, very very important. Digital all, innovation and technology for gender equality. ठीक है, so this is actually digit all, है ना? Digit all. So basically this is a slight change from the word digital. ठीक है, उसी को बदल दिया गया. So you should be knowing that. And so she is quoting PM पोषण अभियान. आप ये जानते हो मिड डे मील स्कीम? मिड डे मील स्कीम, राइट? So this has been renamed as PM पोषण. जैसे कि अगर आप if you are studying in village in government schools, during the daytime you will be provided food, है ना? So that's called as mid day meal scheme. किसी ने chat GPT चला? Yes, Zoya Khan, I have used it. It's not very difficult. Just search chat GPT, जो पहला लिंक आएगा उस पे जाओ, go to there. They'll be asking your email ID. So put your email ID. Then you will reach it. You are supposed to ask questions and then you can answer. They will answer it. It's not that difficult. So this is Pradhan Mantri Poshan Shakti Nirman PM Poshan scheme, है ना? So this is actually earlier called as mid day meal scheme and all. ठीक है? हाँ, तो इसमें क्या है ना कि basically mid day meal scheme क्या hunger को fight करने के लिए, है ना? कि if the child is going to school for education, he or she, if he's actually, those who are actually studying in government schools, they are very poor. So they should be given some food also. I mean, food should be given so that they should not be worried about the food. That is what the idea is, mid day meal scheme. Now it is called as PM Poshan scheme. Okay. Okay. Then she's quoting United Nations World Food Program's partnership with government of Odisha has rolled out technology-based training, etc. and all. So they are giving training as well and all. So United Nations World Food Program, it comes in the news again and again. And you won't believe it has won Nobel Peace Prize also. So the question is when, in which year it got Nobel Peace Prize? Your options are 2020, 2021, 2022, 2007. Your time starts now. What is the right answer? World Food Program को Nobel Peace Prize मिला था कब? Recent years में? Yes, the right answer is 2020. So A is the right answer to this question, है ना? Nobel Peace Prize 2020 में हुआ था. A is the right answer. ठीक है? Formed in 1961. जब ये याद रखिएगा because they can ask this. And so is heat wave in India set to get worse? Now, why this is coming in the news? Because the recent Lancet report, Lancet is a very famous journal, magazine actually. So it came up with a report that since 1901, this time, I mean in 2023, February, so February 1901, after February 1901, the hottest February was this. Because generally we believe that in February we are having cold, especially in North India. I mean, not in coastal region, but if you talk about the rest of the region other than coastal region, we see cold climate in February. But if you see this year's February, it was quite hot. In fact, people use fans and ACs also in many cases. So they are saying this is the report that after 1901, you can say after many years, after 121, 22 years, we have seen such hot February. That is what is being discussed here. Hai na? So you can see it here, mid-annual average maximum temperature is rising, minimum temperature is also rising. You can see. So this average is rising. And this is an extremely cause of concern that the temperature is rising. We call it as global warming. I hope you are aware of that. Now, why is global warming dangerous? Because global warming, yes, there are a lot of reasons why it is dangerous. One thing is that it will lead to iceberg melting. And when the iceberg gets melted, actually it causes what? Rise in sea level. And when the rise in sea level will happen, all the important seaports will be, the port cities and the island nations will be destroyed. It will be submerged. That is why, of course, the global warming is a serious concern. In which country you will find Chabahar port? Your options are Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan. Your time starts now. सबको like button press करते जाना. Everyone please press the like button. We are seeing 12 likes, 18 is watching. सबको like button press कर दो. In which country you will find Chabahar port? Anyone? Yes, the right answer is Iran, and it has been made by India. One of the ports, Shahid Beheshti port, has been made by India. That's why it is important. India sending 20,000 tons of wheat to Afghanistan via Chabahar port. So yes, that is what you should be knowing it as a humanitarian support. So I hope you are aware. So Chabahar, you will find it in Iran. Here is Chabahar. Okay, so let's say, for example, from Mumbai or Gujarat, this via ship, and from here actually via railway and then road, it will reach Afghanistan, so that Pakistan can be avoided. So this Chabahar port has been developed. Yes, the right answer is A. Very good. Kirti Chavan, Zoya, Bisu Roy, Rashmikant, Pratham Patel, Amolya Raj, you all are right. Huh? Made by India. Yes, Bisu Roy, good. Huh? इनका एक शहीद बेहश्ती पोर्ट है, ये भी पूछा था एथिक एग्जाम में. शहीद बेहश्ती पोर्ट करके नाम है. प्लीज चेक द स्पेलिंग, बट एज फार एज आई रिमेंबर. हाँ, दिस वाज आस्क्ड इन आई थिंक क्लैट 2021 में ये पूछा था चाबहार पोर्ट से रिलेटेड, शहीद बेहश्ती पोर्ट. एंड दे आस्क्ड द नेम ऑफ द कंपनी आल्सो. ठीक है, सो गो एंड रीड इट. देखो यहाँ पे भी यूनाइटेड नेशन वर्ल्ड फूड प्रोग्राम इज मेंशन्ड हियर. So I told you, United Nations World Food Program is very important because in partnership with UN World Food Program, we have sent 20,000 tons of wheat for Afghan people. Okay, is it clear? Yes. Dash is the first woman to be appointed to an IAF command post. Very, very important. Your options are Avani Chaturvedi, Bhavana Kant, Mohana Jitarwal, Shaliza Dhami. Your time starts now. What is the right answer? सबको like button press करते जाओ, subscribe to our channel and share this video with your friends. What is the right answer? So the right answer to this question is Shaliza Dhami. D is the right answer to this question. ठीक है? Is first to be appointed to an IAF command post. Very, very, very important. आज के सबसे important news है. Star mark this. ठीक है? You must be knowing it. Shaliza Dhami is the right answer to this question. Okay, the next one is China has sent assurance backing IMF package. Ranil tells Parliament. So who is Ranil? Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe. He is actually the President of Sri Lanka. हाँ, इससे पहले का आंसर 4 था, ऑप्शन 4 था. And some people have answered it correctly. Rashmikant Oja, Kirti Chavar, Zoya Khan, you all were right. Huh? Okay. So, देखो, actually, I hope you are aware, Sri Lanka has been in the financial crisis for the past 1.5 years. है ना? And it is asking for loans from IMF, World Bank, etc. So, there needs to be a guarantor. And here, actually, China has actually given the assurance, financial assurance. And that is why only after that, IMF would be releasing $2.9 billion of package by the end of this month. End of this month means last of March, है ना? Last portion of March में IMF would be releasing this, है ना? First and second is a fighter pilot. Yes, very good. In fact, third is also the fighter pilot. Yes, Rashmikant. Yes, D is the right answer. Zoya Khan, Ghania, you all were right. Okay, okay. There's one more question. Who is the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka? I'm not giving the option. Please tell me. Because Sri Lanka has been very much in the news, so you must be knowing the President and Prime Minister. The President is Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe. Who is the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka? Please answer it. Huh? If you do not know, after the class is over, write it in the comment. नीचे जो comment section है उसमें लिख देना. 17 killed, over 100 injured in Bangladesh building blast. So a blast happened in building in Bangladesh capital Dhaka. Where actually 17 people died. There is yet to know the cause of the blast remained unclear. So it's not clear what was the reason for the blast, whether it's natural or whether it was organized or something like that. It's not clear. Okay, so where exactly it is? Let me show you Bangladesh. Here is Bangladesh. Here you will find Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh. Okay. Ha, Bisura, very good. Dinesh Gunawardena is the Prime Minister. Very good. Dinesh Gunawardena is the Prime Minister PM of Sri Lanka. Very good. Yes, Bisura, Rashmikant Oja, you are right. Huh? So this is all about today's class. Please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, and download the BYJU'S exam prep app. Maybe tomorrow I will not be coming because there is no the Hindu edition tomorrow. Okay, so just have an idea about it. Most likely I will be meeting on Monday. So thank you everyone. Thanks for watching.